So, all right, do you date the woman that's younger and got their body done?
In Florida, a lot of women have their body done. My personal preference is a natural woman. I'm not trying to come. I'm very direct, love. I prefer a natural woman, a natural born God model woman. This assembled from after part stuff is not for me. Now, that's what I have to choose from. If it's 10 women out here like that, that's what I choose from. Am I going to say, nah, she don't look good and she's not right? I'm not going to throw her out the bed.
No, but
I'm more stimulated by intelligence.
Let me also say this. This is the body that most of these men are running behind now. Like,
and that's why some of them be crying.
If you have a natural body, they want to body shame. You don't want to say, oh, go get your body done. Go get that fixed. Go get that fixed. No, I'm not fixing anything. Whatever
Who's saying
God
that? Other women or men? Who's saying that?
Men will tell these women that, like, oh, I don't want you to look. I'm
not sure about that. Most of the conversation them when me have, the man them not into them something there.
A lot of these men are into it and they're playing hypocrites.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this. I personally think that Kevin dates those type of women, and that's why he has that outlook on those type of women.
What is the outlook on that? Tell me what is my outlook?
You think that they all coming after money. You think
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say it.
You assume that.
You're right. But you
so talk to me. Repeat to me what I say. I said a fact that I said that most men would choose the younger woman. That's just the honest truth.
That's true, but
just like a woman, just watch this. Watch me flip it. Just like most women,
a young girl would take rich man, older man because he got money.
Well, that's what I'm going to say. A younger girl would choose a rich man over a broke man. No man here, Majah and me, and I got mad. We're not getting bent out of shape. It's facts. But the minute you say something about age and this, oh no, that's you. Listen, when I deal with certain people, Tamara, the women that I deal with are high level, high powered women. They accept responsibility. They don't get thin. They don't have thin skin. I
don't think that women are out here not accepting responsibility.
Hold on. But I'm not saying it. But let me make my point. I have a rule: thick skin equals thick wallet. And I say a lot. Majah is very cool because he knows I say a lot of stuff, not necessarily to agree with it, but I'm going to push it to see who. I have another rule. What offends you applies to you. Because somebody can come say something to me and okay, no problem. I don't say nothing. But I notice when I say things to a lot of women, they get upset. Now, the reason why people think I'm harder on women is because much is given, much is required. A woman's role is bigger than a man. This is a fact. Okay. Most women don't know that. You understand? They don't know that their role is bigger than the man. And that is something, it's not that I'm trying to put anybody down. It's just, it is bigger. Their responsibility is bigger.
I understand that concept. I understand that concept, but this is what I would say. Just as well as the woman roles is bigger than the man has a role, and most of our men drop the ball in doing their part as well. It's not a woman thing that's causing the issue. I would say that women cause the issue in the sense of, activating towards what like dressing a certain way, sexualizing, all of that stuff. They add to the bullshit. But let's not act like our men are not gaining from the behavior of these women. I agree with you 100%.
I agree 100%.
So there are men that are gaining from this type of behavior. There's men that have dropped the ball. Women had to take on certain masculine role due to lack of men in the household. So I'm not going to sit here and just beat on the women.
I'm not beating on women.
Yes,
I'm not beating on women. I just said something to you.
No, they tell me that I beat on women all the time. But I also said women have to take accountability for the fact of what's happening right now, as well as men. It's a two-way thing.
No, so I agree. I agree with you. I agree 100%. I'm not saying. I just only point out the simple things from both sides. A woman will take a rich man over a broke man. Me and Majah chill. And I said most men will take a younger girl over an older woman.
Both statements are true.
It's nothing to get upset about.
Because in any event, you put a young girl and there's a young guy there and an older guy with money or whatever, the young girl is gonna go with the older man. And then
you put an old woman with an old man with money, we're gonna take it too. That's just the fact.
It says female. Fee needs that money.
You cut off.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure this thing out here, and I got lost. Hey.
Oh my God, you brought this one up that be talking bullshit.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Good evening, Brother Kev. Good evening, Brother Kev. My name is Brother Ruckus, as you know. I'm in the house taking care of some family business tonight.
Brother Ruckus, I want to ask you a quick question. Tamara, don't run away. I need you to help me with this.
I definitely ain't running from this.
Now, I need you to answer this question. I found the scripture that says 1 Corinthians chapter 7 says, the wife has no power of her body, but the husband does. And likewise, the husband has no power of his body, but the wife does. Do you believe in that, sir, all the way?
Do I believe in that?
Yes. Do you believe that you have the power?
Absolutely. Yeah? If a wife shuts off the cookies to her husband, that's a divorce.
Really?
That is a divorce. She doesn't. Her body does not belong to her. Remember, Kev, her body came out of
talking
our
bullshit
body,
right here.
If you want to go to scripture, so therefore, once you get married and we make that covenant, that belongs to me.
So what if that woman is sick? What if that woman is sick?
Excuse me?
What if that woman has a issue?
That is up to my discretion, but still, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do anything to hurt my. I'm not gonna.
Bugging out, sir. I guarantee you. I keep telling you, you do not get pussy. I'm tired of
this. Excuse me. Wait, can you say, Madam? Could you say that in English, please?
Huh?
Say it in English.
You don't get pussy.
Where do you engage in sexual activity?
Oh yeah, you want me to say it that way? Do you engage in sexual activity?
Are you gonna say it to me?
That's what she's asking you. That's what she's asking you.
Yes, I do. Absolutely. I'm a very heterosexual man. You know, and I run the junior college book fund sometimes.
What they got to do with it?
What it has to do with it, there are lots of women who are celibate.
Explain what does that mean? What does it mean?
They sell a bit of this, they sell a bit of that. So
you buy pum pum.
Exactly. Proving my point.
You buy pum pum.
It's not buying pum pum. It's paying people to leave my home.
What do you mean by that?
I have to say
that. What?
So explain to me what do you mean by paying people to leave your home?
That's right. I'm not here. Look, Kev.
What?
You know me, dog. You know. It's true. I'm not here.
You pay people to leave your home?
Get out my house. Here's your it's transactional. Here's your fistful of 20s, and there's Uber waiting for you outside.
So you're not paying for the vagina, you're paying for them to leave.
Get out. It's transactional.
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
So Mr. Ruckus, what if that lady is on that time of the month? And you need your relation.
I never once did that, never will.
So you would prefer to, if you can't do that, then you'll let her slide.
Yeah. I would never do that. I've never have, not one time in my life.
Okay.
Oh, you corny.
I've been funny, but Kev, no, this is me.
I'm joking, yeah.
Hey, Mr. Ruckus, let me ask you a question. I know that you're a man, but you have some points on men to not marry. You have 7 tips, I think.
Kevin, speaking of marriage, Kevin, Kevin, can I give a shout out?
Go ahead.
I want to just give a shout out to all the lawyers out there, all the divorce lawyers out there making money off these people, because today we had a few more people about to go down. Tom Brady and his wife just both hired lawyers.
Oh, today, all the divorce today?
Miguel, the great Miguel, the R&B singer, he and his wife just filed for divorce. And Tia Murray, just breaking news all today, 3-4 hours ago. It's all, hey, remember, fellas, I tell you, when you gonna get in that plane, it's a 50% chance of it crashing.
This man you scream sad.
I know, y'all come with the same thing. This man has issues, but I'm keeping it 100.
Nah, listen. This is what I gotta say to you, Ruckus. This is what I gotta say, and it's gonna come from the heart to you. We all go through heartbreak. We all go through divorce. We all go through getting used and abused. Because I feel that's what happened to you. We all get our money taken away. We all got played. We all go through it. For some reason, I think you manifest into that hurt.
For some reason, I think you accepting the bullshit.
I don't accept anything. I just realize life is life. And you can't become the negative. You have become the negative. Let me tell you something. I've been hurt. I went through some shit.
Let me tell
you something. I walk with a sense of peace over me that the Most High put on me. I can't even explain the happiness and joy that I have in me. I wish no ill will to my ex-husband. I wish no ill will. I don't have that in me. You have it in you. You display negativity.
I'm telling you. I'm being honest. See, you say that I'm being negative when I'm giving people the facts. I'm telling people what time
That's facts is your facts because you're bitter.
Oh, It's not a fact that the divorce rate is about 50% in this country?
Listen, people go through shit. Divorce happen in life.
Guys, listen to me, guys. Listen to me. You listen to me, guys? Listen to me, good fellas.
Nobody want to be in their house by themselves with that hat on.
Fellas.
By themselves in their house with that hat on, drinking.
What is that? Let me hear what he's saying.
Okay, out of a what? That's it's given. What I'm saying.
Make your point. So you don't think men should get married, sir?
No, well, brother Kev. Now, brothers, now some brothers gonna give me an amen, because some of y'all was like, "Oh, not my girl, dog." But at one point, you realized you were sleeping with the enemy. She had your kids, and then all of a sudden, you were there. You were there in the divorce court. She was telling all your bitter truth, all the pillow talks that you let out, and you looked across and said, "Who are you? Who are you?"
That's what happened to you.
I'm telling. It happened to many of my friends.
It happened to you though.
It happened to me. No, I didn't actually end up in divorce court.
So why are you so triggered? Something happened.
I'm not triggered. I'm keeping it real.
Because my friends went through shit, and I don't go around wearing their badge. You wearing your friend's badge?
And Ms. Ruckus, the other day, here this Tamara. The other day, you gave me a rule of requirements that a woman is supposed to do. You remember what they were from going to the gym at 5 in the morning? You remember what they were?
Yeah, if I was to get married, because I did have a young lady that I thought about bringing into my life full time, and I gave her a schedule. Hey, at 5 o'clock in the morning, you got to get up, go to the gym. Come here, come back, make my kids lunch, make my lunch, and send me on my way. When I come back home, things got to be in order, and so on and so forth.
What about breakfast?
A cup of tea when I get home. But
who does that for you?
I'm just telling you, there are certain things I require. If a woman's gonna come into my house, she gotta be peaceful. She gotta be peaceful. I'm not here to play around. I tell women just what I want. At this point, I tell women straight up. Look, if you
and how does these? What age of women are these? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna just say this, Ruckus. I'm gonna say this real quick for some of the ladies that need to say this to you. It is a woman that probably will do that for you. And you're probably gonna have to pay her to do that for you.
No, but see, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Because ain't no woman doing that.
Guys, listen.
You're not that dude. I told you this before.
You're
not that dude.
From the United States of America. That is why so many men. Breaking news, fellas. Breaking news. This is the reason why so many men in this country are checking out of the dating life, and particularly dating women from Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Oh shit.
They getting their
You're making me mad. You're making me so mad.
I'm telling you. Breaking news. If you don't know, now you know.
What is dating woman from MLK mean? What is that? What is that?
Come on, Kev.
I mean, explain so the audience don't know.
Melanated folks. Melanated folks.
Yeah, you got to pay those type of women because the black women not listening to this.
Obviously, and that's why brothers are checking out. They ain't got
brothers. No. All right, let me tell you the one that's checking out. The one that listen to podcasts every day.
Don't do it.
No. I'm not gonna do it right real quick. The ones that wear those white button-up T-shirts and them hats on with the fitted hats on that look real goofy. The ones with the glasses on. One that looks real corny, like the ones that look real corny.
You want to clown me? And you look
I'm not clowning you. I'm talking about the guys that talk like that.
Are you kidding me?
I am talking about the guys that talk like that.
Girl, come on. Let's not do that.
I'm not clowning you. I'm saying the men that talk like that is the real cornball dude
down here. You need to stop.
I am telling you, the men that talk like that is the corny dudes.
Hey, I get a lot of attention where I go.
Let me ask you a question, Ms. Ruckus. So, do you gave an explanation one time. I was able to say when you know separation, you referred to your marriage, that you're the CEO and you made an executive decision to release.
Yeah. Somebody said only like 5 men.
Is that what?
You can't ask me all the time, and I explain to people, because the man is the leader, the owner of the company when it comes to the marriage, right? So when you fire somebody from your company, it's usually your ID card has been revoked, your company email has been deleted. Here's your brown box. Go clean up your desk and say goodbye.
Can I just say this though?
But when you dismiss your wife, and you tell her that she's no longer needed, then the state comes in and says, well, you got to pay her a golden parachute out the door. I was like, but no, she was a bad employee. Nah. You got to pay her cash and fabulous prizes going out the door in the form of alimony and child support.
I'm going to say this. The dudes that talk like you, I'm going to say this again. Yo, the fly dudes, they don't talk like this.
And they're the same one. They say,
get
not
pussy.
my girl, Jay.
They get it. They get it.
They get played.
I know
many dudes that got played.
That dude out there, that's that dude, he don't talk like this. I'm telling you, he's not even miserable.
Every man is a target.
What?
Let me ask you a question. You mentioned that you want a surrogate. Explain what is a surrogate, and that's what you want to go out the country.
If I was to ever have a child again, because I have 2 wonderful kids, if I ever have a child again, I am going the route of a surrogate mother.
I don't see nobody fighting to have a baby by you though. Like I can't imagine this shit.
I'm a great father.
I'm dead. I can't imagine. I need your baby. I can't imagine somebody want a baby. I just can't.
You look real frustrated.
I can see somebody say they'll get Kevin. I can see somebody get Majah. I'm not convinced with you.
Okay.
Ruckus, okay. I'm not even the name Ruckus. It's given 89.
It's given what?
1989.
1989.
Or the 70s.
That's me though.
But that's your chick saying, "Bitch, I got pregnant by Ruckus." The fuck? Nobody's saying that.
Because that's not my name on the street.
I'm about to get Ruckus's baby.
And Tamara, in all fear of defense, I gotta say he is an excellent dad.
I'm an excellent
father.
That's
nice.
Yeah, he's an excellent father.
See, I gotta represent my woman because
people come on
insane.
Here. People come to my home.
I gotta represent my black woman.
Listen,
this man is encouraging men to go out there and have baby by Listen, I'm all about inclusive with black women and black men.
So I got a question.
You my target.
I got a question, Ruckus.
Hit me, brother.
So now I'm not gonna hit you, but I'm gonna ask you this question.
Yeah.
What do you feel that our melanated women need to do today to gain back
that's a real good question, Majah.
That's a real good question, brother.
Good question, Majah.
They need to stop acting like dudes. They need to stop being loud and rude in the street and learn how to take their proper place in the relationship. You know, I don't need a woman that's going to compete with me. No, I'm supposed to be the provider. I'm supposed to be a leader. Stand down and take your position.
Mr. Ruckus is
loud with me and disrespectful to me and not appreciate me, you know. And then too, a lot of men. I hate to break the news. Women, lots of men don't like the hair weave. We don't like the nails. We don't like the crazy eyelashes. We don't like it. So when
a lot of women don't like that hat, that glasses, that
listen to me for a second here. Let me hear me out. So when y'all losing out to flatback Kaylee and long-haired Becky and Maria from down the block, or the brothers getting their passport going over there, don't have anything to say.
But that's not every black woman. That's not every black woman. And I'm gonna say this about our black sisters. Let me say this about our black sisters.
You think it's acceptable, and when we stand up and tell you we don't like it, y'all.
I understand your point there. But I'm going to say this to you. That is not every black woman. There are black women out here that embrace their natural beauty. There are black women out here that embrace who they are. Okay, so that's not every black woman out here wearing lashes and doing all that foolery. There's not. It's a small percentage of black women that are like that. Most of my friends are not like that. Most of my sisters are not like that. So you might have come across, the problem is with some of you men, not all, the ones that's like you though. Y'all get hurt by big booty Judy, sexy pretty girl, and then you put it on every black woman. The one that got the weave and the lashes, y'all go after them. Those are the ones y'all go after.
Ruckus, do you date women?
No, we don't. I ain't agreeing with that.
I didn't say you. I said the man like Ruckus.
Oh, like Ruckus.
Now he don't date no African woman.
And that are disrespectful.
Well, the ones that hurt him in the past.
It's not hurt. It's just the behavior that I've witnessed. It's the
behavior. But hold on. Let me stay for a second. If he's made a choice to like certain, I have a preference. I have a certain style of woman that I like. And does that make me a bad person? If he's made a preference to like,
style of man I like, that don't mean I go and dog every black man and said they ain't shit.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's saying the ones on MLK.
What he said just now, he painted a brush over black women. He just did, and he stated that not to have babies with black women. So don't make the excuse.
He didn't say black woman. He referred to a type of woman that.
He's talking about our black sisters with the lashes. He's talking about the loud.
He said the people from Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Huh?
He's referring to a behavior.
King Boulevard.
He's speaking about black women. Period. Let's be clear.
I don't know if his mother's a black woman. I don't know if he's saying that. I think
he's speaking about.
And what about?
He's not talking about white women. He's not talking about Chinese women. He's speaking about black women.
You never address the attitude in the black community, and I spoke about the attitude first. You never address the attitude, the loud talking, the disrespectful
There are
behavior.
a percentage of black women that speak loud. I'm one. There are a percentage of black women that speak loud. Not a lot. I speak loud, but I also know how to articulate myself when needed. And I also know how to tear men up that talk like you.
Let me tell you something, T. This is breaking news once again. I got friends from different communities that I hang out with from time to time. Actually, I should say all the time. Okay? And the same way I've dated women from other cultures, so have they. Right? And we talked about the loud and disrespectful behavior.
So leave those women alone.
I'm gonna tell you, let me finish my statement here. And I'm gonna tell you, I can't defend y'all. I can't, because my friends like, yeah, you know who are the loudest ones and the most disrespectful ones? The black women. And I'm like, oh, you're right.
Exactly. You're talking about black women. So that's why I said I'm gonna say this to you. Overall of what you said, I'm still going to go back to say this. You were addressing black women. You were speaking about black women. So I'm going to say this. I have been hurt by black men. I have been through a lot of stuff by black men. I don't take a platform and go tell black women to stay and marry black white men and leave black men alone. You make it your business.
But hold on,
Let me ask you what kind of women.
Hold on 1 second. You make it your business to tell black men to leave black women alone. If you have a problem with the ghetto one, leave them ghetto women alone.
That's what he said.
So you have different kind of women in every culture. You got ghetto white women. Just hear me out. Let me just finish this. You have ghetto white women. You have ghetto Chinese women. You got every kind of ghetto. What I'm saying to you is that you have a problem with black women when you speak, because you keep saying they're loud, they're this, they're lashes, but then yet you decide to go outside your race and telling men to go have baby outside their race. You're my target. I target men like you, because I have a problem with men like you that tell our black men to not be with us. We already have enough problem in our community. We don't need a mogul to come cause problem.
You should tell black women to do better.
Listen, my platform is used to do that every day.
Do better.
My platform is used to do that every day. I'm still not going to tell my black sisters to leave our black kings alone.
Okay, all right, hold on. So what happened is, Tamara, don't take it personal. I understand what he's saying. He made reference to a type of caliber woman. You're correct. They are ghetto every race, and everybody have their own MLK. I understand what he's trying to say. Maybe it comes across the wrong way as degrading, but what he's saying, how do we get our sisters to do better? If he says he doesn't like the weave in the nails, like I've seen certain things too that I think these girls here in Florida I've seen with these shocking weave colors and orange and neon green. Ever seen Jamaican girls?
Huh? White women are doing that now too.
I understand. It doesn't give them no break. I'm just saying, I try to not listen to things with the emotion. I remove emotion, and I just try to hear the point that he's saying. Because sometimes when people attack me or say stuff to me, I try to remove the feeling of the emotion, but let me hear their point. And I think what he's saying is maybe our sisters should hear if the men has problems.
But he's saying black women. And when he says
so, black women are not supposed to be responsible for anything that men are saying.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't mean to say ghetto, because I've dealt with black women, and I'm talking about in my workplace that held professional position, that did well at their job, but their physical appearance was comical.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. I don't like this. This right here I don't like, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't like it. Listen, let me explain something to you. I know for a fact that there are ghetto women, and I still love them. I know women that wear weaves and long nails. I'm not disrespecting none of my people. Do you understand that? I don't care how comical they are. It is embarrassing to see a black man talk like this about our own.
Somebody just commented and said, why are black men so worried about what women do with their hair and nails? Because we are your counterparts, and we are attracted to you. So if we are doing something that we're not attracted to, do we have a right to speak on it?
No, you don't. Now watch this.
Hold
on. Let me say something now. we got to control the emotion. How do we solve something? I was in the gym today, and I seen a man come in there with a body rider on, working out and all this stuff, doing the most. Now, I think the reason why I say this is people have the right to say what we should do for ourselves. And Major's right. If our ladies look a certain way, the men want to comment on it, they attack them for it. Men, now, if you see a man coming in there with that, ladies, and they want to say something, they man shouldn't have that on, they should have the right to say so. If a person approaches me and say, hey, Kevin, brother Kevin, this didn't approach, I didn't like this, I'm going to try to listen. I'm not going to take it as a defense mechanism
Kevin,
and assume, yes, love.
I don't have a problem with you, with Major saying, we don't like this. I don't have a problem with a black man saying, listen, I'm tired of the nails and the lashes. I have no problem with that.
But you know what? Hold on, let me say something. I understand, but hold on, let me ask you a question. Why, you know who the number one proponents of beating black men? Black women. And why do so many other women are taking away the black men? And when they get married to them, their marriage rate lasts longer. This is just a fact.
No. Let me give you some stats real quick.
No.
Let me give you some professional stats. No, they don't.
Are you an attorney?
Divorce rate. Yes, we are the highest.
You're an attorney.
No. It's not that I'm an attorney. I'm on a show called 8 at the Table, and when we speak publicly, we have to come with our facts. So I'm going to give you some quick facts.
Share
the show that I'm on, and I have to study what I speak about before
Go
I
ahead.
Go ahead. So I'm going to say this: the stats on highest divorce rate, and plus I'm a social worker and I have a master's degree, but I'm gonna throw that in there too. So
let me tell you something. Remember this: when you refer to your degrees,
I'm gonna refer to.
Hold on. That's a sign of an employee, because me as a business owner.
That's nice.
Hold on. Let me prove something to you. Business owners don't give a damn about your degree.
Hold
on. Watch this. I don't have no degree. I employ people with degrees.
That's nice.
So that's what I'm saying. I have my degree, I have no degree. But guess what? I sign checks for people who have degrees. That's all I'm trying to tell you, love. It doesn't need to prove a point. Intelligence has no
I am going to give you some stats. You made a point, and I'm going to give you some
stats. Give it to me. Mm-hmm.
The highest divorce rate, okay? The highest divorce rate, yes, it's black men and black women. We're the highest, one of the highest. Black men choose to go marry biracial. They're the highest in divorce. Biracial relationships are the highest in divorce, not black men and black women. Now you can Google the stats. Y'all have the highest divorce. Not black men and black women. Biracial relationships. The ones that choose to go marry a white woman.
Well,
even though we are getting divorced and y'all choose to go out and marry.
We'll look it up.
But I was not married to a white.
You can look it up.
Just so you know.
So all right. So here, how do we move forward because Tamara, you know what I've seen my black brothers get beat by their black sisters really bad, and this is true. I see it all the time, and they cuss their man really bad. Okay. And the thing is, it's very shameful.
Because we don't have any value. That's why. If somebody doesn't value you, then what respect do you think you're gonna get?
Let
me say this, brother, about valuing black men. And I would agree with you on that, because you know what? If we're supposed to be the protectors and providers, why would you do something to cause that protector and provider to leave the marriage? I mean, I feel sorry, honestly. Listen to me, guys. A part of me feels sorry when I see a woman in her 40s living alone with children. Especially saying, it's like, what happened? Why are you not with a security guard, a protector and provider, living with you in the home?
Hold on. Let me respond to somebody. Somebody made a comment here, say master degree versus no degree carries more weight. Depends. When I go to the bank, the fucking manager come open the door for me. Let me humble you. Don't take away nothing from somebody who works hard. When people throw up degrees and all that stuff, I understand we both work hard, but guess what? A lot of people do that, and I have an issue with that. They always come out and start saying, well, my degree, that doesn't mean nothing to no business owner that employ people. We intellect conversation. You can be able to reason with the person and respect them.
But I only brought up my degree because you said says the lawyer.
I understand. People do it all the time, but I always tell them it doesn't mean that, because guess what?
Directly said says the lawyer.
I understand. I asked that. You're correct.
You know what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is, when people do all that stuff, it's not necessary it's to try to prove a point. If somebody come out here and say, okay, you have 15 degrees, I have none, but I have accomplished more than you in life.
No, but that's fine.
I get it. So let me say, I was going to say a point that what I want to say to Mary. First, I want to thank you for being on here with 3 men, and I applaud you for holding it down. For your ladies. And you tough girl. You really going. And one of the things that I see as a problem and I know a lot of people have issues with this. I do see a lot of women are very unappreciative of men because I represent the working man. Men go out here and have jobs. They work, take care of the family. They provide. Even bad day, cool, good day, sick day. They get up, go to work. They come home and get cussed out them ass. They feel like they're ungrateful. They're never good enough. No matter what the man do, I've seen a lot of that. Is in all cases, no. But that is something that I see happens a lot. And men feel devalued and they don't feel like they're appreciated.
Well,
and,
I'm going to say this regarding what you're saying.
Yes, love.
There are women right now. Now, I don't take that away. That is the facts because I have brothers and fathers. I come from a huge family of men, so I understand that. But let's speak on some facts. Let's dig deep into facts. The facts is this, that the man has not been in the household for the women for the past, I would say, 30 years.
Where are they?
It has been a unbalance with black men and black women relationship.
Both,
not in the household.
both by choice and both
by choice. But I'm by choice. But hear me out.
Both by choice and systematically.
Yes, and systematically, because it's not that the black men didn't want to be there. System was in place. So black women had to take the role. The role where masculinity is running rapid right now because of it. Women had to take the role of becoming their own man in their household, financially and everything.
But let me ask you a question, Tamara.
To the fact, no, 1 minute, let me finish out. To the fact that
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. But what I'm saying is, where are these men at?
What you mean, where are they?
Where are the men? Why are they not in the house?
System has been in place. So many things have happened to us as people.
And whose fault is that?
That's why me and Majah do what we do, try to get people together.
Is it the man's fault? Is it the man's fault? Is it the man's fault?
No, I don't fully think it's the man's fault. No, I would never say it's all black man's fault.
And we're gonna can I jump?
I always say it's not all black man's fault. I always say that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And this is why we have the culture that we have today, where a lot of people, a lot of black women, as you said, don't appreciate having that protective provider in the home, because if she gets rid of that protective provider or doesn't respect him to keep him in the home, you know what she's got to back her up? She's got the government. Listen, let me finish my statement. She's got the government in the form of welfare and other social benefits. She's got her girlfriends telling her, "Girl, you don't need a man." So where's her big mama telling her, "Girl, that's your baby daddy. You should probably try to work it out with him and marry him and create a family."
Can I just say this?
Sure.
And then it's like, and you know what I really feel sad about? I got a friend, and she's got a very intelligent daughter, but she's telling her daughter, "You don't need a man. Go to school, get your education." And a very beautiful young lady. And I say to myself, where's that young lady going to be 10 years from now when she should have a family, when she should have a husband and made some kids? No, she's listening to her mom and all her friends telling her, "I don't need a man." It's the culture. It's got to start from the old heads telling these girls, stop it with your career first and put your family first.
Well, I'm going to say this. Black women didn't have the choice to put their career first. They had no choice. And black men also had no choice but to be out of their household, getting locked up, getting, marginalized. So many things has happened in place. It's not a black man's fault or a black woman's fault. It's not the black mama's fault. It is what led up to now. All of the circumstances from the crack era to, wait, let me finish. All of what has happened to our people lead up to 2022 is what led to this right now, while we're having this conversation. People don't understand that it's cause and effect. What has happened in the past led to this. The crack era, the marginalized, the redlining, everything led to this. And now we are here. And instead of us try to work together, we have our black men telling our black men to go find another culture of women. We have our black women singing songs.
Many of us don't feel appreciated.
Wait, let me just finish. We have our black women singing songs saying, "Fuck nigga, don't be the fuck nigga." So both of us are wrong. It's not a one-sided thing. We got to stop pointing the fingers.
Correct, Tamara. Hold on. Tamara, you're correct. Let me say something again. Just another quick fact. All of us here all have black mothers. I don't know if you have any children, but all three of us men, all three of us have daughters. My pride and Majah has a daughter. He has a daughter. We all have daughters that are black. So if we try to remove that and say, one of the things that I do, Mr. Tamara, that a lot of people get upset with, I tell people I do not participate in this struggle. I do not sit here in my house and dwell on the man is holding me down, these things, because I was born in Jamaica.
That's why
I came to this country. Well, And by saying that, I'm going to offend Black Americans too. So what I'm saying is I came here and I worked very hard, just like everybody else. You understand? To put myself in a position, and I don't tell my son or daughter that because this man is holding you down, because that person is that, and I don't participate in that struggle. We all have an opportunity to try to work and better ourselves and change our generation, our family. I'm not putting anybody down. I do say things just to keep the conversation going. But if you truly know me, people understand I'm on the side of our community. But sometimes the fact that you may have an idea or a thought, I come on IG and share a lot of business tips and family and relation. You know who attacked me? Only Black women attack me. And I don't know what else to do other than I'm trying to give something to share and give some knowledge or something that's beneficial. And that's the only people that attack me. I don't take it personal. I said, okay, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. Do you feel Black women have replaced Black men with green dollars?
I'm gonna say this. Today I was in a group chat with a bunch of men because I'm always talking with men, and I'm in a group chat and we were talking about the Kanye West, the White Lives Matter, and all of them, most of them are West Indians, and they were like, well, that's an American thing. I don't see anything wrong with it, and that's the problem. When I hear people that's from the Caribbean, because I'm a West Indian, I was born in Jamaica, and I love the fact that I'm Jamaican, but I am able to understand that I came here as a child, and I was able to see racism face up in front, and I was able to see the crack era. So when I hear certain people say, well, people gotta just work hard. When you are born in a systematic system, your mindset is going to be different than the person that lives in Jamaica.
I disagree, DLT.
Wait, let me finish out. Your mindset is going to be different than the man that's born in Jamaica that wasn't raised around his oppressor 100%. That didn't have to see it, wasn't told the bus driver had to be white and he had to sit behind the bus.
Okay,
so mindset is going
I understand.
To be different.
What about the Chinese, the Indian?
Oh my God! Well, I don't care about any other race.
But they all come to work.
Kevin, I'm gonna jump in here.
I don't speak about any other race but my own because I only speak for them.
Okay. See, look at me. I'm a very Black man, right? And like Kevin, I was born in another country. I was born in Nassau, Bahamas. I came here at 5 years old. I remember how poor we were when we came to this country. And the problem is, Black America, the problem is you got Black mothers programming your children that there is a struggle, that you got to participate in the bullshit. Not one day did my mom tell me that I couldn't do something based on the color of my skin. And I thank God every day that I had a mother like that. I came here at 5 years old. So essentially, I'm an American. I served in the United States Army. Essentially, I am an American. I have nowhere to go. This is my country. But yet, you use that, oh, well, you were born in another country, you know, and you're
not understanding what I'm saying.
If you have a Black son, and you give him that same programming, he's going to be the same way. Oh, the system doesn't exist in my house. And just like Brother Kev, my son better not ever come into my house with that foolishness.
Better not.
What you mean is bullshit?
I create winners in this house.
I understand exactly what he's saying, because what he's saying is,
explain it to him, Major.
What he's saying is that you don't have to participate in the bullshit that's going on within the country, right? Which makes perfect sense, right? Because at the end of the day, we can sit here and have this conversation all night long about who's right and who's wrong, but who's participating in it? Who's helping that become a problem? Because at the end of the day, we have so this is what Black people do, right? We have a mindset that we attain information, right? And we take this information and we hold it. But what do we do with the information? Do we make a difference with the information, or do we use it as an excuse? Like, for example, everybody walks around and says, hurt people. Okay, we understand that and we know that. But what are we doing to fix that problem? We're not doing anything. Women are being masculine nowadays. Men are being emotional nowadays. All of these things is happening. It's like it's easier to sit down and be the victim than to be the source of the problem. So at the end of the day, if we can sit here all day and talk about who did what, who shot John, who made the problem, why the problem exists. We can sit here all night and do that, right? However, what is the solution of the problem? So if Black women are not going to listen to Black men, and Black men are not going to listen to Black women, then the problem will evolve for a lifetime of existence. So, and that's just what it is. So what I'm saying to you is, if a Black man speaks and says what he wants as a wife, or what he expects of his counterpart, why not just take it in? Why not? Why does it have to be? Oh, why does a black man care what a woman does with her body? Oh, why does a black man this? Why? Because we are together in this. That's why. So when a woman speaks, men have no choice but to listen as well. If women say, you know what, men are not attentive enough, or you know they're not emotional enough, or whatever the case may be, we have no choice but to sit here and fucking listen. Because at the end of the day, y'all are our counterparts, and that's why I said from the beginning, it's a responsibility on both parts. At the end of the day, we as black men, we see it. We see what's going on. Y'all don't see it. Black women don't see it. Most black women don't see. Most black women do not see the distance that we have between each other. So at the end of the day, we sit there and we like, these chicks are so far from reality, they don't even see what we see, right? And then when we speak about it, we're nuts. Or we shouldn't be saying nothing about it. Then you got the women who's gonna speak on men and say, you know what, men this, men that, men this, men, and we're looking at it like, what are they talking about, right? But at the end of the day, we're not listening to each other. So if we're not listening to each other, what is the solution of the problem?
Major, let me add. Okay, hold on, Tamara. Let me add something to it, right? You and what you identified earlier, saying with coming from Jamaica.
Look at this ignorant comment. That's the problem. Men don't listen. Men don't think. Like, and that's the ignorance of our people that other races really don't have, because we like to point out so much stupidity that is ignorance. It's ignorance after a while. It doesn't become a conversation anymore. It becomes ignorance because people are hurt. People, you know, they want to throw their problems on two people that hurt them in their life against a whole race or a whole gender of people, and they say stupid shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like we gotta, and I've been saying this for years, right? There's a lot of shaky warriors in our community, and we have to rid ourselves of those shaky warriors. People who are gonna join conversations like this and use those stupid, idiotic comments to say things like that. They don't need to be a part of our conversation, and that's just the facts of the matter.
No,
Because the people who want different, the people who want different, and the people who want better should be in the same room to have that conversation.
I agree.
It should not be these idiotic people that's going to say stupid shit like that. That is going to draw our negativity out of us and say dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Major, very good. Can I say something around me? You said something earlier that if a lot of people have attacked me on, and let me rephrase it. Basically, the statement is, you're from Jamaica. You have a different mentality than the Black Americans who have a struggle here. So the best way how I can put that is, people say Jamaican have a colonialized mentality, and Black Americans have a civil rights mentality, right? And they'll say, y'all island boys don't know nothing about the struggle. Y'all island boys come here and take our jobs. You island boys, this is what we hear. But what they fail to realize, the biggest movement in Black American history was not MLK. It was a gentleman by the name of Marcus Messiah Garvey. He was a Jamaican man. So when they tell you, make a statement, say, y'all island boys don't know about Bruck's struggle. Y'all don't know about, well, the greatest movement. Malcolm X's parents were Garveyites. All these people, Martin Luther King himself studied them. So therefore, it is an incorrect statement.
No, it's not.
See, but this
can I explain it 1 minute?
But this is a conversation. This is a conversation that has no substance as well. That conversation has no substance.
Correct.
Period.
It
because
doesn't.
At the end of the day, everybody saw a struggle in some shape or form. Whether you are Black American, whether you are Caribbean American, whether you are Asian American, whatever you are, you can be even Jewish people. Everybody saw a struggle.
Yes.
Everyone saw a struggle. So why is that conversation even relevant? Is what I'm trying to explain.
Let me jump in for a second.
Are we moving forward to better our community and better our unification within our community, or are we sitting here?
I agree.
You know, degrading each other.
I agree.
And speaking on each other's struggle, because everybody. Let me tell you something, right? So between Ruckus, Major Hype, Kevin, and Tamara, right? All of us could sit on this live right now and tell you about our darkest, lowest points in our lives where we had struggles. Does that mean anything compared to what the conversation is?
It has nothing to do with it.
Hey, Major, let me tell you something, brother. And I'm gonna tell you because and not to share any personal stories, but because I know my own struggle. I thank God for my mother, but also I've read a lot of books when I was younger. And one of the books I read was Colin Powell's book, and there was a situation he had in that book. Colin Powell said he grew up in the 60s. He grew up in the 60s. I had a stepfather, by the way, who was a black sharecropper from Savannah. So I'll never know his America. Never. I'll never know his America, if you know what I mean. I'll never know what it's like to grow up in the rural South. But at one point I read Colin Powell's book, right? Colin Powell said, yes, I grew up in the 60s. And yes, I was black. And he gave a couple situations where he was discriminated against. But he said, I never use it as an excuse to fail in this country. And that stuck with me. That stuck with me.
Absolutely.
And that's why I tell people, it frustrates me when I hear people in 2022, when I graduated high school, we had minority scholarships. We had so many opportunities that could help us get ahead. Did some people take advantage of them? No, they didn't. So in 2022, I think we should be raising leaders, no matter what community you're from. You should be programming leaders and winners, you know?
And not victims of our society.
I'm going to say this.
Amen, my brother.
Let me say this real quick. Let me just say this. Working as a social worker for the past, I would say almost 20 years, 15 to 20 years. I'm going to say this. People are programmed in the way they are. Our culture are two different sets of people. We're not the same people, no matter how you cross it. We all have different problems, but the eyesight of a person from the West Indies and a person from America, two different eyesight. And what they see and feel, and I'm not saying that, oh, they got to walk around with the struggle, but the struggle is different. The struggle is different that they see. And we have to identify that. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you know, they just victim. Some people are brainwashed in the problem that they deal with. I've had clients, I go in their household and I'm like, what the hell? They're so embedded. So no, I can't.
T, I have to ask you then.
Wait, I'm just saying this. I cannot sit here and say, oh, they just want to be victim and a victim of. No.
T, have you ever had somebody in your dealings as a social worker? Have you ever said, you know what? I know this happened. I know that happened, but this is how we get on the path to uplifting ourselves.
Let me explain something to you. 10 of us came on the plane to America. My siblings, my mother, my father, all of us, one time. Okay? My whole family is educators, educated, all of that, work well. But their mindset, based on the fact of how we were programmed in Jamaica and the fact of my siblings that were raised here, is two different sets of people.
I wasn't programmed in the Bahamas. I told you I came here at 5 years old.
What I'm saying.
I was programmed on the streets of Miami.
Hold on. I understand. He is not on the sympathizer of the struggle.
I'm a sympathizer. I support that. I worked it. I've done it. I work in the field. I see what happened to our people in
hold on. What he's saying is that
system. I've seen enough.
T, love. What he's offering is an option to advance yourself, so you don't have to stay there.
Let me ask you a question.
What's wrong with that?
Let me ask you a question. Right. So
who's that question to?
Tamara. So we just sat here and you told us that 10 of y'all got on the plane and came to America, right? And the struggle was different, right? However, you came to this country for better, correct?
Yes.
All right. So if you come here for better, why are we still reminiscing about the what we left behind? Is what I'm saying. Why are we? Because that's the victim mentality.
Wait, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, so what were you saying? You said that
that's not what I'm saying about
Tamara keeps giving it power, endorsing the victim mindset. That's what it appears.
It's not about. Listen, I refuse. Listen, you see, let me tell you something. Tariq Lashid, I don't like him. I don't like the fact that he has a thing called foundational black. It's very segregative, and I don't like it. But I understand where he's coming from with it. What I'm simply saying to you is that I'm in this country, and I came here as a child, and I can identify the different thought process of a Black American and a West Indian.
How?
What you mean how?
That's what I'm asking you.
A West Indian have a mindset to come in this country.
In order,
I'm gonna tell you how.
The reason why I'm asking you how is because in order for you to identify that, you have to be on both sides of the.
I'm going to explain that because I came here as a child.
Okay.
So in order for identifying, I've seen racism straight up front. I've seen white people chase me, call me niggas. I've seen that.
Right, but there's also Black Americans who've been through that. So that's what I'm saying.
But I also know that I came from a Black mother that showed me resilience. That Jamaican mother that showed me that we got to work hard no matter what. We got to go through this. We came from
a Black American can say you slapping their mom in the face.
What I'm simply saying is that the thought process of a West Indian and the thought process of a Black American is two different things.
So, right. So you're saying that. So how do you feel about Black fathers saying, "I'm gonna throw away that victim mentality and I'm gonna"?
Nothing is wrong. It's not about victim mentality.
Listen, T. How do you feel? And this is what I feel that we should be teaching to our children, no matter what our circumstances, no matter if we're from the hood, no matter if we're from a middle class area, or no matter what our financial circumstances are. We should be teaching our children, hey, you're a winner, you're a leader.
Nothing is wrong with that.
Okay, then. But why?
But if you come from a generation, if you have lived in the crack era, if you have come from a generation, mother from father to mother that dealt with this type of marginalized system, of course the mindset is going to be completely different than a West Indian.
You know what year it was I landed on in America? I'm not going to say what year it was, but it was during the crack era when I landed here. Okay?
I'm going to say it again. The mindset of a West Indian is going to be different than a generation of people.
But what's the point, though? It's
this is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Right,
this is exactly what I'm trying to figure out. What point does that make?
Yeah, nothing. So let me go ahead and close this out, Major. It's getting late. Listen, Brother Kev, Culture Empowerment. I speak about tough things. Bodies at rest remain at rest unless a force equal or greater than exert itself upon it. We do have a choice to do better. If you sit here and choose to sit here in a struggle, you cannot blame your fault. You can't blame yourself. It's going to be your fault. If you're born poor, and it's not your fault. If you die poor, you had to do something about it. I do not sympathize in struggle and hardship in my house. We make an effort. It is not a Caribbean mindset or this mindset. It is a Black mind. Focus on that and be unified. If the fact that you offer some type of option to advance, it is attack as someone is attacking. My children come from a Black woman. My mother's a Black woman. I am a Black man. I have nothing but the most admiration and respect for Black women because they're the mothers of earth. This is an issue that people quick to condemn, ridicule, and snap fingers at. If a man says, my queen did this and treat me bad, it is attack. And we need to stop. We must work together. And I've talked about Black issues, and people tell me, oh, you're not Black enough to talk about that. Don't talk about that. You light skinned, you high yellow. And this is foolishness. It's absolute foolishness. It serves no purpose. And I think we should move on to something because I don't defend struggle. Yes, we all experience hardship. I experience racism on a daily basis. I go to a job, they lock the door. They see me coming in. I had to shave my beard to go get a contract because they look at me as a Muslim. So I experience it. But do I sit here and dwell in it? Absolutely not. It is not allowed in my house. My kids will not deal with that. And I represent anybody on Culture Empowerment. We're not about that bullshit. We deal with it and move on, and we're going to move forward with our family. And T, I got to give you love because you know what? You do come on here and you fight hard for what you believe. You're a passionate lady, and I respect you for that. I can't never take that from you because it's 3 men here, and you hold your own. That's why I do have a lot of, and I see why Major bring you on all the time. There's nothing wrong with that, and I love you for it. And I hope you don't take my, I said earlier, I have to push people because a body arrest will remain at rest. So sometimes, even if I have to fall on the sword to get somebody to get an opinion and thought on it, we will do that. Ruckus, I hear where he comes from. I don't necessarily agree with some of the stuff he's saying, but I don't look at the emotion. I look at the intent of what he's saying. He's saying Black men, we have to protect ourselves. So many things against us, and then when they get killed, their assets are divided. The children
don't go have babies outside, though.
Well, no, that's he has the right to do that, just like you have the right to go have a baby with a white man. It's irrelevant. It's too much red line.
Decreasing our number.
Listen. There's too much black and white. We're human beings. I don't play those games. If somebody loves somebody and they're happy with them, hey, God bless them. Who am I to tell them they should not be there? You understand what I'm saying?
People need to be together.
I understand, but where is it getting us if we sitting here and waddling sorrow and holding on to something that has no benefit? It is no benefit.
Donald Trump made sure the abortion rights was to protect his own culture. Home white people. He made sure he got rid of that.
So let me ask you a question. What responsible do black people have then? They don't have no responsibility?
So should they go out and go be with white women now?
If they want to, who's stopping them?
I'm not going to tell my black men to leave our black sisters alone. Are you crazy?
I'm not. He's
Ruckus,
not telling you. He's not telling you to leave your black brothers to go to a white man.
Wait, Steve dropped the bomb there. Huh? What'd you say about the abortion rights?
Donald Trump inspired the law that was just put in place.
He's going to tell you something otherwise.
Notice that they thank him, right? Notice that they thank him, but you know who thank him? Because the highest rate of abortion in the United States is white women. So he put he put 250 conservative judge in place to make sure they were able to get rid of the abortion.
Have you ever heard of Margaret Sanger?
Go ahead. I know who that is. Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of Margaret Sanger?
Yes.
Exactly. The founder of Planned Parenthood. And who
black women weren't having the highest rate of abortion.
Who did Margaret Sanger meet with? Who did she meet with? She met with the
Ku Klux
KKK.
Klan. You're talking about a history maker right here. I'm a history
implemented her plan to put Planned Parenthood in the black community.
Abortion has nothing.
Listen, T. To exterminate the undesirables. That what she felt was the undesirables in this country, and she went and she had a blessing from the plan to go.
What I'm saying is that law went in place to protect white generation of people.
Hey
guys.
Hey guys.
It's to exterminate us.
Hey guys.
That's what it was for.
No, it was not.
Hey guys, I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all conversation, but I'm gonna head out.
Nigel,
it's too much. It's too much racism, bro. It's too much.
I feel like this conversation is going all over the place, and we're not making any ground on anything.
Facts.
I feel like if we're gonna talk about a topic, I feel like we should at least make some progress on that topic and then move on. And we're not doing any of that. I feel like we're just speaking and we're just jumping from topic to topic to topic to topic, and there's no solutions for any of it. So
well, the solution is stay with your black family.
That might not be the solution, because guess what? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why that might not be the solution, right? Because coming from a black man, right? If every black relationship I've been in has failed, right?
Go ahead, say it, Majah.
And I'm working on myself, and the other people are not working on themselves. Then guess what? It's my fault.
Don't you say it.
It's my fault. Because when you do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, it is
insanity.
Insanity. Ruckus, let me say this.
So it might be insane to continue to try to be with the same people when they're not true themselves. That's why I have a Spanish girl right now.
Don't you say it, Nigel.
Ruckus, don't go anywhere. Let me say this, Ruckus. Let me say this.
Majah, don't you dare.
Hey, brother. Hey, Majah, let me say this.
Salute, y'all.
Now, hold on, Majah. Don't go away. Let me hear what you're saying.
I tell people all the time, bro. I tell men to protect themselves, but also, like you said, work on yourselves. And you say some of the same stuff I say. And I tell people all the time. At my age, every relationship I've ever been in has failed. One of the most important decisions you can make in your life is who you choose.
Ruckus, why they fail?
Let's look. One of the most important decisions you can make in your life is who you choose to mate with. Many of us did not take those words seriously, and we went up and mated with anybody. And because of that, there's other little people walking around here with half of our DNA, and now we got to deal with that wrong person
Ruckus,
that we decided to mate with.
Can I ask you a quick question, Ruckus? Ruckus, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, madam, go ahead.
Why did all your relationships fail?
My last one,
the same reason why all of our relationships failed.
No, Majah. Some of them didn't fail. But
all of them failed. You single right now, your shit failed. What the hell are you talking about?
Majah,
if you're single right now, your shit failed.
Majah, I'm going.
His shit failed. My shit failed. His shit failed. Your shit failed. And we all fucking failers.
Majah, I'm going for Ruckus.
You rubbing it out every night, and you trying to use my bed to rub one out every night, and you telling me how handsome I look me while you rub one out? Your shit failed.
You ain't shit.
Ruckus, make your point. Make your point, Ruckus.
No, what I'm saying is, all jokes aside, man, because of the failures and where I am now, I tell men to protect yourself at all times. I'm out of the dating game. I'm out.
So you just buying pussy on the side?
No, he just paying people to leave his house.
Thank you.
Same shit.
It's T and Major. Let me tell you guys something. If you pay up front, you pay less in the long run. If you pay up front. Because in the long run, if you got it when you got divorce lawyers,
I'm too emotional for that, man.
I can't do that
I be
either.
falling in love, bro.
Nah.
Hey, hold on. Let me.
I'm too emotionally attached. I'm sorry.
Let me talk to let me talk to my men here. All right, fellas on here, because I really do not partake in this struggle of this black racism, this and that, and holding ourselves down. To me, it is a pointless conversation if we don't talk about action. Let me lay out some action for men. Please allow me to speak. One of the first things I would tell men, if you're a biblical man, the book of Genesis 2:15, it says, the Lord God took the man to the garden and told him to work it and tend to it. The first responsibility of a man is not to run, go out and look woman and breed off gallon and see how many fancy things he can have. It is to work. You must acquire yourself and build yourself before you go out and seek these things. Second thing you must do, you must seek knowledge of the Bible. Understand it, some type of religion, whether it's the Holy Quran or the book that I read. It's called the Tanakh. It's the original Bible.
I read that.
Those are different things you should do. One, man, if you do not have the ability to go to college, learn a trade. AC, mechanic, electrical, plumbing, major's a tradesman. If he stopped doing comedy right now, he can go back to being a master electrician and live. So these are solutions. I'm so over this struggle foolishness, because I have family members who still do the same thing and talk about it and have not went nowhere in this world. And the ones that have worked and decided to do something and better themselves, they move forward. They don't even want to be around those people, because here they say, oh, you got rich and switch. Well, damn it, I don't want to stay here and be miserable, because I realize, what am I working for? So how do we advance ourselves? One, educate ourselves. Two, respect the law. Y'all talking about you want to go out and tell the police, fuck the police, very disrespectful. Your ass going to get tore up. Avoid them. Stay out of their way. Three, minimize alcohol consumption. Minimize smoking and drugs, and stop going to strip clubs. Because what kind of people stay there? Because the only woman will be there. If respectable men, I'm talking to respectable men, stay out of it, because there's not no quality woman in there. And I'm gonna tell you this: none of the women in there that are dancing are teaching their daughter the family business. They're ashamed of it, so they had no business doing it. Am I anti it? I don't want my daughter doing it. So if I have to be ridiculed for speaking about it, I will, because I believe we come from greatness and we are deteriorating ourselves. So if our black men do not protect our women, it's our fault. And if we're not studying the word of the Bible to be proper leaders and educating ourselves, how can we expect a woman to have faith in us to lead them? And these things, again, will offend some people. But all them damn fools, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to that one man, that one young man that says, Brother Kev, I want to better my life. I want to give a better opportunity to my children, my son, my daughter. How do I do that? One, be wise about saving your money. Rich people let their wealth work for them. Poor people work for hourly wages. Rich people work for percentage. These are the things that I did come from a poor family and made something of myself. And another thing you do, if you have a small business, do not come out here and nickel and dime a rich person. They are smarter than you. They know that you're trying to overprice them and price gouge them. You come in and look at their fancy house and all the cars. Don't do that. If you want to break into that elite circle of rich people, you got to give them a deal, because their friends will call and ask for a referral. And you slowly make a name, and a reputation is earned, not bought, nor is it sold. So fellas, if you want to learn more about how to advance yourself, I'm talking to fellas, because the ladies, when I talk to them, they're not responsible for nothing, not even their own bad decision. They blame the man. He got me pregnant. I don't even know how that comes about, because a lot of
that has happened, though. Those are circumstances.
It's foolishness. It's both people laid down. And I don't want that mentality on people that I deal with. If you go out there and lay down with somebody, it's your part responsible of it. And these are just facts. But the thing is, I'd say stuff, and it's only, I told you, only black women get mad. I'm not here to beat them. I'm not here to put you down. I love them. But I'm not interested in dating or marrying them. I stick to a particular style of woman I like. I publicly say that. I have the right to say that.
What kind of woman you like, sir?
It ain't all going to be on IG.
It ain't got to be IG, but what kind of woman you like?
I have a preference of Hispanic woman. That is my preference because I like the pool here and I like natural.
We don't want to hear nothing from you,
yeah,
sir.
I do. I love a Hispanic.
We don't want to hear
I like the pool.
They've been mentioning the mindset of their culture.
Yeah, and their culture is very loving. They take care. They take care of their man.
Family.
Huh?
Why?
Yeah, they they appreciate. You know,
So
again.
What
That's my
type of
preference.
women you deal with, Ruckus?
Me,
Vietnamese that don't speak English.
I travel on Julio Iglesias Boulevard too.
Oh, okay. So you're not into black women either no more.
And I'm here talking about black
women. A long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My wife is
That's why you and Ruckus. I'm gonna come back to you again. That's why you should leave us alone.
Major. My ex-wife was Indian from Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice looking lady.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I married.
I said, take your money. Take your money, yes.
So let's jump back on the main thing. How do we better ourselves, guys? We must take the responsibility to
I can't see the comments. Is the comments moving for anybody else?
Yeah, they roasted.
Yeah. No, it's froze. It's froze. But what I was saying, gentlemen, I'm talking to men because men are responsible for the movement of this world in creation. Every big building, every advancement was made by men. Nothing personal.
So
not taking.
Like black woman.
No.
She and Majah,
nobody dislike black women.
I'm not saying dislike like that. Yeah. I'm talking about like that.
Listen,
still have hope.
I have my own personal reasons why.
Man, take money from them. Own them.
Okay, so how do we move forward again? Right? The way. I'm just trying to share something for the responsible men. Let me talk to my responsible young man.
Head out, man.
Hold on, Major. Let me close right now. So as a man thinketh, so is he. Be mindful of the woman you pick up, because in the same Bible here it tells you a woman divides your interests. And who finds a wife finds favor from God. Not every woman is a wife. Not every man is a husband. You have to know who you choose, because what happens is you can live a life of misery or a life of happiness. You understand? And the people who take responsibility, I get it, Tamara, you don't agree with nothing I say. It's okay. I'm talking to folks.
No.
I see you shaking your head.
No, I'm talking to my cat. No.
Hey, you know what? I heard what you just said. That's something I tell every man that I know, invest in cat breeding companies, because a lot of women out here going to be sitting down with a bunch of puss in their house. And I'm not talking about pussy.
Chewy.
No, it's true. It's true. A lot of women gonna have a lot of cat in their house because they so quick to cuss the man. But hear me out though, Love T. So so as a man thinketh, so is he. If you think you can or you think you cannot, either case you're correct. Richness doesn't start in the pocket, it starts in the mind. Brokenness doesn't start in the pocket, it starts in the mind. Brokenness perpetuates itself and it keeps on going because I keep hearing that friggin' mouth running. Intelligence is quiet, they're about action. Now, I'm only speaking.
I hear your point.
To the people that applies, that appreciate it. And if you sit here and tell everybody all the reasons why you cannot advance, guess what? You will not advance. Major, I love you and I always appreciate you. Tamara, I love you for holding down the whole black community. Ruckus, I love you for being passionate about what you believe. I don't discredit anybody for sharing their thought. If a black woman want to go to a white man, if a black woman want to go to a white man, go be it, because you know what? Their children are beautiful. You understand?
Listen, let me just say this real quick. I don't have a problem with individual dating who they want. I have a problem when my black men get on a platform and tell other black men.
So if a man cross the fence and it's sweet over there, so him can't tell the rest of them
can't go on. But no, come tell other black men.
It sounds like you're insecure.
If I start dating a white man, I mean a white woman.
A white.
Pause. If I start dating a white woman, right, and it's sweet over there. Why me can't go up on my platform and say,
no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why?
We will block you. We're going to block you and boycott you.
But then turn around and cuss the man yourself. You don't want to cuss him for yourself.
We're going to boycott you.
What's the motto on the Jamaican money?
Out of many, one people.
Jamaican money, sir.
Out of money, out of many people. Out of many, one people. Right.
No,
you got
sir.
Chinese, Jamaican.
No time for that.
Listen, let people who love who they want and let them choose who they want. As long as
I
we
don't
live
have a
loving
problem with that.
and let people live united. I don't deal with no separation of
I
segregation.
deal with that.
Let me tell you
Me
something.
love my black man, and that's it.
But that's fine, Tamara. No, that's one side, because here's what happened. When the white folks said blacks only, and excuse me, whites only, and all those things, we had a problem with it.
The man
I
we
said,
are run down him red like Rudolph nose.
In black door. In black.
So why
When I
don't
was-
get a dark man?
Me didn't marry to a dark man.
So that's what I'm saying. Why you don't go back to one?
Because in black
Because you get
too.
burned by one, so you change it up. You see your life stay?
Major, don't do that.
You see your life stay? You see your life stay though, right?
Tamara, let me ask you a question.
Over by a
Tamara,
black man, so therefore now you got a red man.
Tamara, what if I introduce you to a rich Hispanic man here in Florida? Would you date him?
Yes.
Okay then. All right. I have one for you. You come down here, I'm gonna introduce you to a successful Hispanic man that does landscaping. Now, people laugh at him and say, "Oh, he did."
Tamara can't travel, bro.
Now, Tamara, what I'm saying is, I'll introduce you to a nice, decent man. He's a landscaper, and a lot of people look at these hardworking men and laugh at him because he's out here cutting grass, and he has a $6 million a year profit business.
I don't have a problem with a black. My father is Panamanian.
Okay.
And
okay. So anyway, Tamara, I'll introduce you to a nice guy, and Majah, welcome over to the Spanish club. I mean, you did say that.
I'll be there Thursday, brother.
Listen, when you come down here in Florida, I will take you down to a spot called Hialeah.
I'm playing nothing but reggaeton the whole time I'm gonna be in Florida.
You know what? And we gonna boycott you.
Despacito, come and get some dick from a Negro, and you know where we go.
Yeah. All right. Listen, again, Tamara, thank you guys. Major, I always appreciate you coming on, share. But listen, we have to work forward to a solution, not sit here and talk about problems. This felt too much dealing with it was pointless. But the point was, how do we move forward? You must talk about the problem. It is not identified as man and woman. It is a problem. Remove emotion. You see, T, if you come into a business negotiating with me, I would nail you to the ground. You display too much emotion, love.
No.
You do.
Let me tell you, it's a difference between me and business. It's a big difference.
Listen to me, what I'm telling you, love, because I will make you. I would. All right, Major, I get you.
Tomorrow dispute everything you say. I can't bother them.
Of course, because it's a difference. Business and
Tamara, listen to me, Tamara. Tamara, listen to me. Tamara, listen to me. I'm trying to educate you on something. When you hold your composure in any capacity, a person cannot read you. A broken clock is right twice a day. When you open, a person is considered smart until he opens his mouth. And I'm telling you, in business and in life, control emotions. Ruckus is passionate about his feelings. What I'm saying, a skilled negotiator will nail you to the ground.
I doubt it.
Is not okay.
That's your
I would have nailed you to the ground because I train on it and I know what to look for. And you tap dance, and when you find it, you led them astray. People who study psychology, NLP, and all these type of things will know what I'm talking about. You see, a fool.
Psychology. My degree is in psychology.
Tamara, where has it got you in life? What's the greatest accomplishment you have done?
How you know I'm not accomplished?
I'm asking you. Tell me.
How do you know?
I don't know. Tell me. What is the greatest accomplishment you have done?
Accomplished or not? I have been working in my field.
Love, it's not. It's like I'm trying to share something with you.
Just because you see an exterior on social media, you
no, I do. Love, I asked you a simple question.
And I'm telling you, it has
and this is the problem. How men and resolve issue. I'm telling you something from a standpoint that I know is correct.
That's your opinion,
and it works.
Listen, let me explain.
Major,
something.
hold on, watch this. Major. Before I met you, we spoke business. Did anything I ever told you was not correct?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Major has become multi-millionaire.
Okay.
And what I'm saying to you, love, is not to condemn you, ridicule you.
Find your understanding of things. You are able to say because you have money. You're not the
No.
person.
I'm trying to share.
But what I'm saying to you is this. You're telling me something, right? That you feel based on a conversation that we're having. You've never met me in person to define anything about me. You've never shook my hand to even have that assessment. You have no idea.
You should ask me,
and it's
how
not
did I
my
know
job
that?
to get online and give you my
No,
breakdown.
love. Listen, Tamara. There's a reason why I said that, and you haven't asked me how do I know this or I believe this.
What do you
That's
believe?
what. Okay, love. But whether you agree or not, the fact that you keep coming back tells me I'm pushing a button. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's
not a matter of you pushing a button. It's you're trying to tell me, based on the fact of what you have done in your entire life. And what
no, I'm talking to everybody as an example. All I said was, when you do something, all I said, please control your emotion because they could use it against you. That's all I said.
T, can I say this though about your?
I respect that, and I
degrees,
take that.
T, okay, you say you have degrees and you're trained in social science, right? That's fine and dandy, but there's also the practical life application of skills when it comes to psychology. You may be formally trained, but Kev has more experience in the field and certain things. He's talking about, listen to me. He's talking about emotion and handling yourself and holding your composure. I have degrees too, but one thing is, I'm gonna tell you this, Kev. I don't usually tell people that I have degrees too. I'm very, very educated, and I manage millions of dollars for the government. You know, I unlike some of my counterparts at work, I never once put my degrees on the wall.
That's fine.
Because but listen, I never felt like those degrees were helping me on a day-to-day basis do my job and run my budget. As much as I was trained in finance and everything, because of the type of operation I ran, I was not really gonna boast to anybody about my degrees because it wasn't helping me get along doing my job every day. It was the skills that I learned in the field that was giving me the ability to handle myself every day and run my operation.
Majah, I'm gonna close. You want to say anything?
Nope.
All right, Tamara, thank you, love, and I appreciate it. All my comments are not to make or belittle anybody. They're here to people to learn from. And
but this is the problem. The problem that we have is that we all feel like we cannot be taught anymore. And
no, not me. I'm a student of. I'm a lifetime student.
I'm not. When I say we all, I'm not talking about all of us on this live. I'm talking about just in general, right? And that's part of the problem, that we feel like we cannot be taught, because who are you to tell me this, and who am I to tell you that, and I got credentials and you don't got credentials, and you're rich but I'm poor. It's too much of just actually retaining information and knowledge, because we all supposed to be like sponges, regardless if it pertains to you or not. It's information that should be retained, right? So at the end of the day, whether you can use it now or you can use it 5 years from now, it's still there. It's knowledge that we're supposed to retain, right? So at the end of the day, we shouldn't have rebuttals about knowledge all the time. It shouldn't be always that. Just take it in and soak it in, and that's just what it is. Because at the end of the day, I'm taking from everybody that's on this panel right now. You understand what I'm saying? Even though I might feel like I know what I know, or I might have experience in certain fields or whatever the case may be, you never know how I will be able to use that information later on in life. And that's what made me who I am today. The fact that I can absorb information and utilize it when I need to. And that's just the facts of the matter. Like, everybody feels like they can't be taught by nobody nowadays, and that's the reason why.
I don't think at all.
That's the reason why it's such a competitive spirit nowadays. It's such a rebuttal spirit these days, because that's what everybody believes. Who are you to tell me what you telling me? Like you just, why not just retain the information and just call it a day? Like, it is what it is.
All right, guys, that was a real. Go ahead, T. Sorry, love.
No, what I was saying is that I don't have a problem with taking information from anyone. I think that you can learn from a bum in the street as well as a millionaire. You can learn from anyone. I have no problem with taking information. The problem I have is when somebody is telling me something about myself and they don't know the full facts. That's the only problem I have.
That was not something that requires facts. I was just sharing something with you from a standpoint that be mindful of it. And I realized that's no matter what anybody said to you, it was more of a combative situation, T. So it's cool. I'm not going to say anymore. Because if I continue, this is a statement. It's not referred to anybody. Please. There's a statement that I use. If I continue talking to a fool, no one will know who the fool is. So I had to stop talking. That doesn't mean to nobody, because if I say
if
something,
I'm gonna get somebody to me publicly about something that I need to change, I prefer.
All right, look, we're going done here. You can we can
Just
talk
give me
after.
1 minute. If I'm gonna hear
Sure,
somebody
love.
say something to me publicly, right? I prefer for that person to have a conversation with me privately, not to scold me as if they know me 100%.
I'm not scolding you because I publicly say I don't know you. All I just said was be mindful of it. That's all. You took it you took it as a personal attack. That's all. You can tell me a lot of things about me and my Hispanic woman. Did I get upset? No. Not one of the men here got upset. That's all I'm saying, love. Listen, guys, Brother Kev, Culture Empire Major. Appreciate it. Ruckus. T, God bless y'all. Have a good night.
Bless.
Yeah, people, make sure to subscribe, comment, like, share. Yeah, we're there from now. We are next year. The light years ahead. Keep you posted on the hottest live topic, news, views, and interviews. Tune in to the live catcher.